All right, today is for the hips. That is what we are doing. Let's get ourselves, let's get ourselves sat on a block. Okay, that's going to be a good place to start. Now, we're going to be here for a little while, so it's up to you how you feel about this. So you can come into a butterfly position, soles of the feet together and knees are open, but that is going to feel quite intense in quite a short period of time. So maybe pop some cushions underneath the hips to make it feel a little bit less intense. And we don't want you to gather any tension here. So really get yourself set up beautifully. If you don't have cushions to hand or you just don't want to do this, also cross legs is perfect. So we're going to sit up tall. Our knees are supported if we are in a butterfly position. We are going to find the fleshy part of the bottom, move it all out of the way and sit on the sit bones. And we're going to sit nice and tall, okay? Maybe use the hands towards the ankles if you are in butterfly. If not, you can take them to the knees if you're in a cross-legged position. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to just draw those ribs in. We're going to anchor the core in. So we are switched on. We're going to draw the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, and then we're just going to dip the chin slightly towards the chest so that we can lengthen the neck. We're going to close off the eyes. For a moment, be honest with yourself. Notice if you can stay in this position. If you can, stay. If you can't, it's okay. We're just going to move to somewhere a little bit more comfortable. So we're going to just start with some even breathing. We're going to settle into our practice, settle into our mat, and start to anchor down through the sit bones, creating that connection between us and the mat, ourselves and our practice today. I'm going to empty the mind, and we're just going to focus in on the breath. Nice and simple. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing the breath to soften. Controlled inhales, controlled exhales. Equal length, smooth breath. The eyes are still closed, or the gaze is still softened. I want you to think about just growing a little bit taller through the crown of the head. Shoulders are back and down away from the ears. Take a moment to take a body scan, noticing if you are holding tension anywhere in particular. Maybe you are gripping somewhere, a clue to the body that perhaps we should make things just a little bit easier on ourselves. Take an opportunity to set yourself an intention for the practice today, or simply just sit with the breathing in and the breathing out. Okay, if you're in a butterfly position, then stay there. If you are not in one and can find your way into one, then head there now. We're going to take that right arm down, just sweep that left arm over. Take a gaze up, find length through that side body, and then switch out. Left hand comes down and right arm sweeps over. Let's switch out, right hand down and left arm switches over. Stay there for a moment, anchored down through that right sit bone. Find length through that side body. Think about that left arm reaching up and then coming over. Right elbow comes in towards the body. So we can open that right shoulder up too. And the gaze comes maybe towards the top of the room, maybe towards the side wall. And let's switch out. Left hand down, right arm lifts up and over. Lifting through that right shoulder, find length through the side body, and then take the gaze wherever feels good. Left elbow comes in towards the body, open that left shoulder out. Keep breathing here, don't hold the breath, and then come back to our center. I'm going to lift the arms high, reach up out of the waist. I'm going to take you to your knees. Take a moment to notice if you're gripping there. If you are, take a moment to focus in on releasing the quads, releasing the knees. Take a gaze towards the fingertips, spread through the fingertips. And then we're going to walk those hands forward, taking them towards the mat. Take a moment, take a lift of the chest on the inhale. On the exhale, we walk the hands just a little bit more towards that front wall. See if we can move the belly out of the way. Find length through the spine and then take a forward fold here. Maybe a nice round through the spine is going to create a little bit of stretch through that lower back. And then maybe a little bit of a sway from side to side is going to take that stretch from the left side to the right side. Okay, going to walk those hands back in. We're going to very carefully close those knees off. Use the hands to support the knees. Get rid of those cushions for a moment. Oops. All right. Going to take the hands behind you, fingertips to the back of the room. We're going to walk those feet away. Take that time. You're sat on the block still. Spider up the fingertips. Lift the chest. Closing those hips off. Take that time. Lift the chest. Rolling the shoulder heads back, gazing to the ceiling. Keep control of the neck, maybe taking the gaze a little bit further over. And then with control, coming back to center. I'm going to plant the feet hip distance apart and then just take the knees to the right side, back to center and over to the left. Doesn't matter how far they get, just want to find some movement through the hips. Taking them from side to side, allowing your body to dictate the speed. Okay, we're going to get rid of the block from underneath the bottom, and then we're going to come to extend that right leg away. Left foot comes into the inner right thigh. We're going to push that left knee down to create a little bit of space through that left hip. We're going to take the strap, if you have one, to the sole of that right foot. We're going to draw those elbows into the body, shoulders are back and down, openness through the chest, and then take the torso over the top of that right knee. We bring the belly in and then we lead with the chin towards the big toe. Elbows come in. Let's fold towards the big toe. Keep that left knee pushing down, a little bit of space through that left hip. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen, and then that exhale, we just fold a little bit more. And then release that strap. Take a forward fold, forward to the forehead towards the knee. Take a round through the spine here. It's not something we often say in yoga, but we want to find that stretch. Feel the skin stretching against the spine. Maybe a release into that lower back. And then carefully rounding up the spine. We're going to take that left hand behind us. We're going to lift the hips, reaching that hand all the way round and then squeezing the glutes to lift through the hips. Right arm floats back, neck comes is nice and loose. We want to make sure that we're in control, but we open through the throat if that is comfortable for you. Pushing the pinky edge side of that right foot down, glutes are squeezing, hips are lifting. We are open through that front body, and then slowly, carefully coming all the way back down, reaching those hands to the right side, spider up the fingertips, lift the chest, draw the chest round to the right, and then back to center. Switch it out. Left leg long, right foot into the inner thigh. Get hold of your strap, hook the foot and draw those elbows in, shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine, and then start to take a fold. Chin moves towards the big toe, right knee pushing down into the mat, openness through that right hip. Lift, lengthen, and then fold. And then take that inhale and repeat as we draw the chin to the big toe. Nice long spine, elbows back, shoulders back. Feel that nice stretch into that lower back, pushing that right knee down. And then we release the strap. Take a fold here, forehead towards the knee, around through the spine. Skin stretches across the spine with every inhale. And then slowly and carefully coming all the way back out. We're going to take the right hand behind us, reach forward with that left arm, push through the hips, lifting, squeezing the glutes, lift through the hips, open through the throat, and allow yourself to just find the freedom in the movement. Breathing here, don't hold your breath. And then slowly, carefully bringing yourself all the way back round. We're going to then take the left hand behind us, lift the chest, right hand to the outside of that left thigh and draw the chest around to decompress here. Take a breath and then release back to center. All right. Let's find ourselves in a table position. Okay, I am going to just say, do your own cat-cows, whatever they look like. I'm never really a fan of a prescriptive cat-cow. I think this is an opportunity for you to take some time to work out what your body is going to need. So maybe the traditional cat-cows with an inhale, drop the tummy, lift the gaze, and then move from the pelvis and round. But you know what? It's more fun finding the freedom of movement. If you find that there's a particularly tight space, then lean into it. Revisit it. Notice how your body responds. If you're moving particularly in one side, consider balancing yourself out, moving in the other side as well. But maybe it's just a calling for you today. And when you can come back to center, meet me back in a tabletop position. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to spend just a little bit of time working through some core options here. You can stay in your table if you'd like. If you wouldn't, you can tuck the toes and you can hover the knees in a hovered table. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. You are strong in your hovered table. Your neck is nice and relaxed. If you're not sure about that, give yourself a little shake of the head just to check in. Hands push down into the mat. Extend the right leg away, push through the heel. Hips stay nice and level. Keep pushing here. Gaze towards the between the hands. Long spine, long neck, strong body. And then lower that left knee down and untuck the toes. Take the right leg away from you. I'm going to spin round. Right leg away from you. Push through that pinky edge side of the toes if your ankle mobility allows for it. We're going to come up nice and tall here. From here, let's take the right hand down the leg. Left arm is going to reach over. Lifting through that left shoulder, we're going to find some space through the side body. We want almost no weight in that right hand. We should never be pushing through a joint. Lifting, lengthening through that top side, and then switch out. Left hand's going to come down. We reach that right arm over, and then an option for core. If you want to lift through that right leg, we're going to go elbow to knee for 5. Take it slow, don't rush it. For 4, slow. For 3, the slower we go, we know we're using controlled movements rather than momentum. For 2, and last one here for 1, and then we're going to go for some pulses. We're going to go for a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend away, reaching through the heel, reaching through the fingertips. Heel comes down, pinkish side of that right foot comes down, and then take a gate pose here. Nice deep stretch. And then walk the hands back to where you started. Okay. We're going to push the bottom back towards the back of the room. We want a nice deep stretch through that inner thigh. So allowing just maybe a slight rock backwards and forwards, just to find that stretch. Neck is relaxed, gaze between the hands. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that right knee back underneath the hip, and we can go again. This time round on the other side, tuck the toes, engage the core, and hover the knees. It's always an option to stay with the knees down if you would prefer. Gazing between the hands, we're just going to pause in our hover table. Draw the belly in. Keep control of the breath, don't hold the breath. Left leg extends away. Heel pushes away from you and the hips are lovely and level. Remembering to breathe, you have control. Okay, we're going to take one more breath here. And then that right knee is going to come down, untuck the toes. Left leg comes alongside us. We're going to walk the hands up. And then that left arm comes down the left leg. Right arm lifts up. And then we come all the way over the top. Keep those shoulders lifting. If we start to fall forward, we use that right arm to lift up and then over the top. Gaze comes wherever feels good, maybe under the right arm, maybe forward. And then let's switch it out. Right hand comes down. Use a block if you need to. Left arm all the way over the top. And then we've got that pinky edge side of that left foot pushing down. Okay. When you're ready, if you want a little bit of core work, here we are. We lift through that left leg and then elbow to knee for 5, nice and slow, with control for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then if you want, we can bring it in. We'll go for a pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend away. We hold it. Lower the leg down. Take a gate pose. Take a stretch. And then bring the hands back down. Knee comes down. Oh, no, I didn't. I forgot that bit, didn't I? Left leg out again. My bad. and then just move the bottom towards the back of the room. Option here just to have a little bit of a forward and back, just to see if you can find that inner thigh stretch, and if it plays out slightly differently with a slight bit of movement. Okay, hands come back, knee comes underneath the hips. Okay, from here we're going to take that right leg away, left arm comes away. We are in our, I want to say Superman position, Superwoman position, reaching the fingertips forward and pushing that heel back. We're going to take it nice and wide and bring it back to center, round through the spine as you bring the knee in towards the elbow, and then take it away. We're going to go for 2 more, taking it wide, back to center, knee to elbow, away. Last one, take it wide, keep the body down the center line, back to center, knee to elbow, and away. Left hand down, right knee down. Let's go in the other side. Left leg extends, right arm extends. Keep that core switched in, belly button draws in towards the spine and down. You are secure through the core. Let's take it wide. Back to center, knee to elbow, round through the spine and away. Let's take it wide, holding it. We won't rush it. Back to center, knee to elbow and away. Last one, taking it wide, body down the center line, back to center, and then knee to elbow and away. Take the hand down, take the knees down. We're going to take the knees nice and close, come into a narrow-legged child's pose. Bring the bottom back towards the heels. Forehead comes down, hands behind you, palms up. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side. Maybe you are perfectly still. Feel the breath move through the body. Feel the press of the lungs and the chest against the thighs, and the pressure growing through the back body. The shoulders are separated over the top of the knees. Breathing slowly, allowing the breath to settle into a calm, rhythmic pattern. Okay, slowly we're coming all the way back out. From here, we're going to take the hands forward. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat as we make our way into a frog pose. So the knees are wide, they're in line with the hips as we take the feet out. The feet are at right angles to the knees. So we look like a frog, a beautiful frog. Maybe you use the cushions from earlier, maybe a bolster. Maybe you're perfectly happy up on your hands. Maybe you come down onto the forearms and you push through the forearms, creating a little bit of strength around the shoulder space. Draw the belly in so that we're not taking any pressure into the lower back, and just allow those knees to open out, creating a bit of space through the hips. If this feels really intense, you can do one leg at a time. I want you to focus in on how your body is responding. So maybe one side is feeling super, super comfortable and the other you're just drawing away from, or you're gripping, or maybe you've held your breath. Just noticing. Maybe if you put a little bit of a rock backwards and forwards in there, perhaps that changes things up for you. Maybe it makes your body more accepting of the movement. Okay, we're going to slowly make our way out of here, but we're going to do it really carefully. So start with, I'm going to just tuck the toes, engage through the core, push down through the forearms if that's where you are, And then draw the knees under you. Come back into a narrow-legged child's pose just to close it off. Forehead comes down and the arms behind you, palms up. I'm just going to maybe a little rock from side to side, resettle the hips. Okay. And then slowly and carefully, if you're ready to get up, moving out of your beautiful snail, take the hands down, tuck the toes. We're going to come back into our hovered table. And then from here, making our way into our down dog. We're going to take the chest towards the thighs, sit back into the heels, underside of the feet, get a nice deep stretch, and then start to lift the bottom towards the ceiling. Take a pedal through the heels once you get there, slowly and carefully, making space in the lower back, thinking about the sit bones looking to the ceiling. If you're finding that you are rounding through the spine, consider using blocks under the hands or a nice deep bend into the knees. And then settle in your down dog. Pushing the hands into the mat, we've got those elbow creases looking at one another, triceps wrap around, and the chest draws in actively towards the thighs, and the heels are moving towards the mat. If we need to deepen the bend into the knees to lengthen the spine, that's what we do. Okay, let's get into some hip openers. Let's lift that right leg high and then open the hips to the right side. Drop that right foot towards the bottom, opening here, thinking about that right knee lifting to the ceiling. We're going to take that right foot through the hands, plant the foot down, and then just back that left foot in as we head towards a warrior one. That left foot is pointing at 45 degrees. Our hips are forward facing. Bend into that right knee. Nice, strong back foot anchored down through the pinky edge side. And as we bend into that front knee, we can lift the arms high, roll in the pinky fingers and draw the shoulders down. We can gaze forward or we can gaze up towards the fingertips. Keep pushing that back heel down into the mat. Keep that front bend where it should be. Okay, going to make our way into a warrior three. This is a natural setup for it. Take the hands to the hips. We're going to come to the back toes on that left foot and then start to edge forward. As we take weight into that right leg, we're going to lift through that back leg, looking like a capital T from the side. Challenge yourself to take a bend through that front knee. You're going to have to work much, much harder to stay stable. Draw the left hip down. Okay. Focusing in here. If you're happy to release the hands behind you, openness through that front, through the front body, strength through the back. If you want some core work, take those hands forward. Keep breathing. Okay. Hands back to hips, back into your warrior one. Nice. All right. We're going to go for our half moon. More hip opening. It's all we're going for. We're going to take our block to the top of our mat. Our warrior three is going to be our starting point. Then we're going to turn the hips sideways. Always an option to bring that foot in as well, but we can talk you through that in a second. So our warrior one, looking pretty good. Warrior two, take flight into that right leg. Warrior three, as we bend that torso down, let back leg lifts. Right hand comes to block, or if you've got very long arms, then maybe to the floor. Turn the hips out to the left hand side. And then either you've got options, the left arm can lift, keep squeezing that left glute to lift through that left leg. Alternatively, if you want, you can reach that left hand towards the shoelace side of the foot, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, finding focus, smooth, even breath. And then we take one more breath here before, with control, we safely come out and back to our warrior one. Beautiful. We are strong warriors. Okay, let's go on the other sides then. We're going to make our way back down into our down dog, then we'll come all the way back out. So hands are going to come down, scoot that back foot back a little bit, you'll need a bit more space, and the right foot is going to come back to join the left. Down dog as we pedal the heels out. Once we're there, pause in your down dog. Really find strength in this resting pose. Draw chest towards thighs, and we're going to take a couple of breaths here. As we inhale, we fill the lungs. As we exhale, release through the mouth. 2 more. Take an inhale. Release through the mouth on the exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth to release. Okay. Left leg is going to lift to the ceiling. Open the hips to the left, drop that left foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes and push those hips forward. Left knee lifts up towards the ceiling. That left foot is going to come through the hands. Once we're there, we're going to scoot that back foot forward and diagonally, and then coming up into your warrior one. Remember, we want train tracks rather than a tightrope, so get stable, bend into that front knee. Arms can come high, rolling those pinky fingers towards one another, separating those shoulders. Push down through the back heel of that back foot. Okay. Take a breath here. Visualize what's to come. You know where you're going. Going to start with our warrior 3, and then we're going to head back into our warrior 1. Okay, hands to hips, come onto the back toes of that right foot. We're going to then take some flight. That left leg is our standing leg. Lifting the back leg as we drop through the torso. Take a bend through that left knee. Really create some stability, I want to say issues there, so that we can really focus in on the strength that we have. Keep lifting that back leg. From here, if you're happy and balanced, arms can come behind you, those fingertips reaching towards the back wall. A little bit of core work here. You can reach those arms forward. Wherever we are strong and we hold it, but not our breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Hands to hips with control, back to your warrior 1. Nice bend through that front knee, strong through that back leg. Take a breath. Maybe move your block if you know that's what you're going to need in a moment. Okay, we're going to go into our half moon. Once we're there, we're going to start with our warrior 3, and then we'll move into half moon. Lots of options along the way. Coming to the toes on that back foot, ankle, knee tracking one another. Take strength through the core, push through that left leg, and then as the torso drops, the back leg lifts. Hand comes to the floor or to the block. Open the hips out towards the right side. Keep lifting through that back leg. Maybe right arm lifts. Maybe right hand searches out the shoelace side of that right foot. Roll the shoulder back, pushing through the hips. Find that quad stretch as you open through the hips and that side body. Keep breathing. And then with control, we come out the way we came in, wherever we ended up, reversing it. Take the hips shining down towards the mat, and then that back foot comes back into our warrior one. Nice, strong warrior. Beautiful. All right, we're going to take the hands down to the mat. We're going to find ourselves into our down dog. Left foot's going to join the right, pedal out the heels. Okay. Once you're there, take a moment, take a breath, find that resting pose. We're going to scoot the weight forward into a plank pose. Always an option to use the knees if you need to. Push back with the heels. Think about the skin on the back of the knees touching the ceiling. The bottom is lower than the shoulders. We're squeezing those glutes. We're drawing the core in. Think about the belly button reaching towards the top of the mat. And then inhale the weight forward. Elbows close to the body, lower down. And then untuck the toes. Okay. From here, we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to take an inhale, and as we do, we're going to peel the shoulders and the hands and the shoelace side of the feet off of the mat. Glutes are squeezing. We're just lifting here. We're going to extend the arms away. Bring them back underneath, so the hands underneath the shoulders, and we rest back down. Inhale, we lift. We move the arms away. Back, hands under shoulders, and lower. Last one here, let's take a lift. Extend those arms away. Back underneath the shoulders, and then lower. Okay, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to squeeze the glutes, engage the core, hands under the shoulders. We're coming up through plank in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Pausing here. Take the right knee to elbow, over to the left side and over to the right and away. Left knee, left elbow, to the right, to the left and away. Once more on both sides, right knee, right elbow, left, right and away. Left knee, left elbow, right, left and away. Okay, from here, take the knees down. We're going to cross the ankles and come to the legs out in front of us. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to work through getting down to the mat because that is how we roll. Nice and strong, lift the chest up, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. And then when you're ready, you can use the hands to support if you need to, but we're going to bring those feet up. Float your boat, find your oars, open chest. If we're rounding, that's no good at all. We want to sit nice and tall. To begin with, we're just going to take one leg away and then the other, drawing ourselves back together. So really visualize chest moving to thighs. You are keeping yourself really tightly together. We'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet come down, give yourself a hug together. Use the forearms to create a little bit of leverage to round through the spine. Okay, let's come back to floating our boat. Here we go. We're going to come and bring those arms as far around to the left as you can. Keep the chest lifted. With control, we come to the other side. For 10, slow it down. For 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet down, bring the chest to the thighs. I'm not feeling core fit today. This is really making me sweat. It's all right. Some days are great, other days not so much. It's all right. I'm accepting myself as I am today. Right, let's go again. Here we go. That was only 10. We need to go again. Lift through the feet, chest to thighs. Nice open, open shoulders, open chest. Hands come down for 10. Over to the other side for 9. For 8. For 7. Can you bring the chest closer to the thighs? For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Feet come down. Give yourself a hug together. Use those shins against the forearms to get a nice stretch through the lower back. Okay, and then slowly, however you want to get down, we're going to make our way down onto our mat. And then just spending a moment, extend the arms away from you. The feet are flat. Just drop those knees over towards the right side. Take a gaze over towards the left. Engage that core as you bring the knees back up to center, gaze center 2, and then dropping the knees to the left, take the gaze over to the right. And then gaze to center, back to center. Take a moment now just to make any adjustments that you might need to do. Maybe a sway from side to side, maybe you make circles on the lower back, whatever it might be that your body is calling for before it can close class for the day. Just finding what that movement is and honoring it. And then finding your way into the final Savasana, wherever you would like that to be. Maybe you return to a reclined butterfly like you started class today. Use those cushions underneath the knees to offer you just a little bit of support, but really finding the place where you can just rest. Wherever your resting space is, take a moment to just feel the heaviness on the mat. Okay, we're going to finish class in the same way that we started today, with some equal breathing, where the only thing that matters is the breath coming in and the breath going out. As we take that inhale, we're breathing in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. The breath is soft and light in the body. Your body is heavy and relaxed against the mat. Coming back towards your intention from the beginning of practice today. Holding it there in your mind's eye. Taking a moment to appreciate the time that you have given yourself. Maybe a gentle smile as those exhales just leave, maybe through gently parted lips. If you're there in a reclined butterfly position, slowly and carefully use your hands for some support to bring those knees back together. And then take those feet just a little bit wider on the mat so the knees can come in towards one another and close the position off. Taking your final breaths. Falling heavier onto the mat, noticing the sensory feedback. Mat to skin, skin to mat, between those contact points that formed your foundation for class today. Slowly beginning to bring your awareness back to the space that you are in. Maybe noticing a smell, a sound, and allowing it to gradually creep in. Slowly moving the fingers and the toes, a wiggle perhaps from side to side. And then slowly and carefully, when you're ready, make your way back up to seated